Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune, INNATE, and I am very honored to be conducting today or offering you a relaxing ASMR style distance energy session. Specifically for me, that's Reiki. I have some tools. Obviously, you've probably seen these kind of videos from me before. I just have a couple of things to mention before I move on. I'm really bad at this, so please bear with me. But essentially, I have a new channel. I started it with my partner like 3 years ago, and we couldn't get it going. And we didn't even try. We gave it an effort, and then it fizzled out. And then we tried again. I think the next year, same deal. But this time we've already been doing it for, I know, only a month and a half or so, but consistently for 5 weeks. And our aim is to create these meditation tracks that are relaxing, that can be used with dream work or ritual. And it really does tie into a lot of the themes that you see here. I'm pretty much the one responsible for creating the journey of the experience, and as far as what notes are we bringing in, what kind of tones, what's the purpose, and kind of is there a chakra we're working with, all of those kind of things, plus any vocal part that might be guided or affirmations. And he's the engineer doing it all, and creative as well, very creative, doing the music tracks to kind of make it happen. So very happy if you'd like to check that out if you're into that kind of thing. And I'm going to segue into my next thing that I need to share with you, which is if you like that stuff and you like this channel too, or one or the other, you can help to contribute to the channel by through Patreon, really. And for the $5 tier, you get unlimited free audio downloads of everything that we make. And like I said, we make basically one a week. One track, 2 options. One no talking, and the other with a guided meditation or something. Anyway, that's it. I won't keep going, but thank you so much for checking that stuff out. If it speaks to you, I offer some other stuff on Patreon as well if you want to check it out, but just have to put it out there. So for the session, the theme of the session today, you've probably guessed through the title. Just gonna grab our candle so we can get started. But it's inspired by myself, friends that I've talked to, clients, just the collective energy of the moment seems to be a bit depressed or struggling with self-doubt. I know that's come up for a few people who I've been working with as for Reiki training for them. They've discovered some self-doubt through the process. And of course, it comes up to be released. It's all good. Nothing's attaching. But I'd really love to assist and support you with clearing. I'm going to use the term clearing depression, but supporting you through a depressive time by empowering you, knowing it's okay to have these feelings. It's okay for the universe for us to interact with the universe in such a way that we feel depressed, let's say, or we feel doubtful, or our confidence goes down, or we feel lazy or lethargic, rather. And it just feels, but it is communicating something to us. It is letting us know, hey, you haven't been paying attention to this, or hey, you need to pay attention to this, might be another way to say it. If you're feeling very sensitive, which, we're in Pisces season right now, so not a surprise. But if you are, pay attention to those sensitivities and let them know that be aware that they're communicating to you where you might need to enforce more boundaries. Alright, so we're going to focus on this flame and this connection on behalf of my and your and everyone else's highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and alignment. Wish to conduct your Reiki session by proxy to support being able to navigate through feelings of depression. For those of you who are ready to clear depression, to ease it, to make sense, to regain clarity, to regain focus, to tap into joy. Definitely to clear self-doubt, to clear anything that is making us feel confused. A lot of the times we seem to be confused as if we don't know what is the right choice, right? What's the best approach? How do I grow my business? How do I handle this relationship? Blah, 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 blah. Is this person right for me? Is this, is that? Is this good for me? But the whole thing that we're really confused about is what we want. Because if we're really sure of what we want, then those answers come quite easily. You know, it's like, duh, this gets me closer to what I want. Yes, I choose this. And even if it isn't so obvious, you'll pick it up in your body somehow. Excuse me. So I have some Palo Santo today. I haven't really been buying this that much, so the couple of pieces that I have left have been kind of stashing and squirreling them away a bit. Just gonna give it a minute. Alright. So I'm connecting with your etheric body, focusing on clearing around you, around your head and your higher connections to what lies beyond the physical. Around your head, down your face, away like this. Just down your back, your arm, your side, your leg, your shoulder, your arm, your other leg, and all the way around. Okay, it smells so good. This shell was a gift, so I don't know how I feel about these things sometimes, but it is quite beautiful and I appreciate it. My partner got it for me. In an effort to bring out the loudest thing first, I'm going to use the singing bowl, which works with the solar plexus. Charging the bowl first. I just kind of guided to use 2 hands to charge the bowl. And send this intention of clearing depression or assisting with depression, self-doubt, negative self-talk, feeling closed in. You're never closed in, you're never stuck, you're always more than good enough, more than capable. We might have to make some adjustments, but we can get it done. Right now, this season is one which I associate with death. And what I mean by that is how doors close so that new doors can open. Pisces season is the last zodiac on the wheel, or if that makes sense, the 12th, associated with the 12th house, which some say could be to do with death, transformation. And while Scorpio also has that energy, another water sign, I feel this is more associated with the ego death and the shifting of who we are, boiling ourselves down. And that can come up as depression. To bring ourselves down to these raw minerals, elements, to be reformed or reestablished in some way. But anyway, just some food for thought. Just allow these sounds to wash over you. This frequency to support your highest and greatest good and perfect comfort and alignment. These waves scan your body, moving from the feet and the crown down into the center, and then back out again. Let the waves have their way for now. share with you. These are 3 raw pieces. And I did choose them purposely for their rawness. I mean, a few others are raw, but these ones are like big chunky raw, guys. Sorry. I lost it. Let me see if I can autofocus it. There we go. People have been asking me to go a little slower, so I'm gonna try. Okay, so this is a piece of kunzite and lepidolite, which is so perfect for this theme today because kunzite is known to be good for transformation. In fact, I gave a really gorgeous piece to my grandmother who's, older, keeps talking about death and stuff. And lepidolite is so helpful for anxiety and relaxation and just feeling quite good. So, kunzite lepidolite isn't very much to look at, honestly, even in proper lighting, but it has a really nice vibe to it. And that's what counts, right? This is a piece of crazy lace agate, a raw piece, obviously, like I said. Very good for connecting to joy and laughter and party and social stuff. And I didn't want to force anyone into that. I guess that's kind of the point of this session as well. It's not to force you, but it's to help you. And if that's what you want, please, allow it to support you in any way. But yeah, I brought this out for it's very fun, festive, party, laughter, silly, light-hearted kind of energy. And then this tiger's eye. For that confidence. I love the layers in it and how you can see that each layer serves as a foundation. There are dips, there are peaks. It's just a nice kind of visual reminder. It's also helpful for the third eye, which become quite hyperactive when we are depressed, or because it could go the way. It could go under, where we feel quite like we can't even picture something that would make us smile, or the other side of replaying, reliving all the worst case scenarios, all the times we were hurt or humiliated, all the times we failed. But this can be quite helpful to bring an energy of confidence into the space, to build your foundation. In your mind, or even just allow the subconscious to take over. As in, okay, subconscious, I'm done with this. I get it. Either show me the lesson or help me move on. I don't want to be here anymore. actually have another piece of lepidolite because this one's extra pretty. It's more like the mica looking variety. I shared on my Instagram a few weeks back probably that I had been called to connect more with the foundations of practices and not give up my intellectual candy when nerding out on spirituality or esoteric themes, but to remember to connect that there's more than that. There's things that I still have to do that are more important, like meditate. I could read all the books I want, but if I'm not meditating, I'm not really having the experience. I also thought I could use this like a comb and start to comb away the things replaying in our mind, the desire to disconnect or escape too much, just combing it, brushing it away from you. Bridge here to start to pull out anything that's ready for release. We will release it with love and validation and appreciation, but we release it. We release anything, again, including or tapping into, rather, of course, your free will. But anything holding us in a place of low energy. I want to actually focus on apathy. It's coming up a bit. So for those of you who are ready to release apathy, let's let it come out, fully out. Have a gold sheen obsidian. Rainbow obsidian would be another good choice, or even snowflake obsidian. But I like the idea of some very dark stone where there's this surprising thing that comes forward. I'm sorry, Mercury is going into retrograde soon and I'm tripping all over my words. Hope I can get out what I'm trying to say. I'll bring you back so you don't get a headache. My father's girlfriend has these two big gold sheen obsidian palm stones, and I need to get me some of those. They are gorgeous. Right, then I have a piece of hematite. It's very shiny, very protective, very grounding, very good for deflecting for those of you who are empathetic, picking up the vibes of the season, the vibes of the collective who are, I'm not saying all of us, I don't mean to impose, but a lot of us are dealing with these issues. So to make sure we're not just picking it up, because that can definitely be the case. I definitely felt very depressed a week or so ago. My depression comes out kind of like anger. It's not like, well, it's kind of different often, but sometimes I get very angry, very frustrated. Trying to cover up the buzz. And sometimes not much can be done, you just have to like say, okay, I'm feeling some weird stuff right now and I feel angry and I don't even know why really, or maybe I do know why, but I don't even know if that's real. But I'm feeling much better. It was a good couple of days though. I think it started for me around Valentine's Day. And then finally, this really gorgeous smoky quartz point. Did I do it wrong again? Yeah, sorry guys. So, this is a really gorgeous smoky quartz that I actually bought to make a necklace with, and I just never made it. So I use it in my practice now. It's quite dark at the top, not the darkest, but it almost even has this like purple kind of look to it. Sorry. This is what the bottom part looks like. Isn't it pretty? Just gorgeous. And the smoky quartz is known to be quite comforting, quite protective. To me, I feel very homey. I feel very like I want to get under the covers. So, or like sit by a fire and drink hot chocolate. I don't know, smoky quartz has a warmth to it for me. Not as warm as citrine, but definitely like a strong hug, So I'm gonna use it actually to just comb through your energy system. I'm just basically focusing on the center here and just clearing out anything or guiding it out if it is stuck energetically within your system, okay? So I'm just going to connect with myself for a second. Just focusing on your core, on this column, this vessel of light that runs through you like a fiber optic cord. Seeing the spheres of the energy points within you, and a few of the myriad of pathways or currents that run throughout your body and your etheric body, your energy body, I guess I should say. I'm just going to focus to begin to move through and guide them out, or loosen them up like when you're a dentist. Okay. Just gonna go down a few times. Again, I'm just coming up a few times, but I'm feeling the over the eyebrow area. This came up in another session recently. I'm feeling it on my left side. Maybe a female figure in your life that is tied to how you're feeling. Maybe you feel judged by her or them. Maybe you feel like you're not living up to that standard. Maybe it's yourself, that's definitely like here for me. Not so much the right side. I'm just gonna guide that out. Just calm it through. Okay, we can't control how people see us. We can't control what people think of us. I wish I was everyone's cup of tea, but you know what? I'm not. And that's okay. Maybe feel, again, this came up before. I feel like gossip is part of it. Drama channels popped in. So let's just see. Are you witnessing stuff like drama channels, which like no hate, but and are they getting into how you see yourself? Is there something going on? Are they making you judge people who you don't even freaking know, like anyway, just gonna go focus around there. Okay. Go back to the center again. So like an animal, like a cute, like a teddy bear kind of animal. Like a puppy. Almost look like a plush animal. Maybe some of you are revisiting childhood. Maybe some of you have fallen down or feel like you were walking up a pyramid that never ended, and you've fallen down, and now you're revisiting pains or insecurities from your childhood, and that's totally okay. In fact, let's address that. If that's coming up for any of you, or you would just like some energy sent to, your past, your inner child, just gonna send this in where I saw it. I'd like to focus there, and then go up. Okay. Gonna open up a connection, kind of like a little, hope this doesn't creep you out, but a little umbilical cord from yourself now to your past, and we're gonna send down the line, this warmth and encouraging words. If you'd like to think of some words you would have loved to have someone tell you when you were a kid, that's gonna be okay. That is not your fault. That we can't control other people, but you're alright. You're wonderful. You're a wonderful person. And there are people out there, people out there who love you very, very much. You are so loved and so smart and so silly and so funny. You can do anything you want to do. Just know yourself, sweetie. Just know yourself. Okay. Great. Okay. My favorite selenite wand to go through your aura. So a little different today. We focused, we used the smoke and the sound, so I guess that's not true, but focused within. Now I'm going to clear the more perimeter area with the selenite. I love selenite, but not one I would recommend to use only by itself if you were feeling depressed. It's very clearing. I mean, we're all different. See how you feel. But if you feel like it's too much, if you feel like it's kind of just making you want to escape or something, or it's not really helping with that, then I'd say make sure you just pair it with something grounding, like the hematite, even the tiger eye, jasper, agate, smoky quartz. Makes me think of like a violin thing. Great. And I'm gonna again focus over your head like this. To clear this connection that you have up here. This seems a little cloudy, a little congested, where parts of truth seem to be slipping through, but not the full thing. So I just want to focus in there. And of course, this is general of what I'm picking up through this experience, intending to connect with the collective and whomever watches this. But of course, it won't be for everyone. So please, keep that in mind. But either way, it's never a bad idea to cleanse these spaces. And we're gonna comb down, 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 combing, down, 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 around your body. Super gentle. I go like this, like billowy. As we move on, I'd like to focus on clarity for you to assist you in releasing confusion and self-doubt. To know thyself, clarity of self, not as in, not the, oh, I'm me and that's who I am and, we're all separate, like that kind of thing, but the, what do I want? How does my soul talk to me? What is my soul calling me to? Okay, these shoulders. Okay, I'm gonna focus on your dominant palm. Just draw a little circle in it. Basically, a circle. Let's release. Go down the fingers. Release. Let it flow. All which does not serve you. Now, sometimes depression or getting a cold or anything does serve us in the end. But if we're ready to let go, or if you've declared yourself ready, let's make it happen. Just let it go right out your fingers. Right? And then your left. I'm sorry, forgive me. Then you're receptive. We can make basically like a figure eight. Focusing on pulling in, receiving all that balances, supports, empowers, and works with your highest and greatest good. So instead of going out the fingertips, going up from the tips into the palm, up the arm, into the body. I just got a feeling like some of you may be feeling depressed as, the stuck comes up. We've talked about that already. But some of you may want to be leaving a situation, like you want to break up with someone, or you want to end a business relationship, and it's the idea of hurting this person or dealing with it is more painful than actually having to stay with them. Like if they're not bad, So I'm just going to use this. It's like a stress relief synergy, but I'm choosing it because it has lemon. I want to say lemon balm. Lemongrass and sweet orange. And my friend Sarah, who's also a Reiki master. In fact, if you'd like to work with any other Reiki practitioners, I have some on my website who I've worked with. I'm just hosting them there. And Sarah is one of them. But there are many amazing individuals. Alright, so I'm basically going to be tapping you, and this is something Sarah taught me. So thank you again, Sarah. We all thank you. So I basically just put drops on my fingertips. And I'm just going to tap you. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. And I know this might be weird, but what ASMR videos aren't weird, right? Tap, 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 tap. Lemon balm, which Sarah told me. It's very good for depression, lemony in general, and think about it. Think about the smell of lemon. Tap, 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 being tapped all over your body. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. It's almost like a black sky, and as you tap, these stars until the whole sky is covered in like a galaxy of stars. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Over your head. The back of your neck. Just gonna rub, really rub in there. Rub your ears. And just brush down your legs. I'll put the cap on before I have this spray for clarity. It smells a bit, I'm probably only gonna smell lemon. It smells like patchouli a little, sage. I got it from the vitamin shop. It's not very fancy, but it's really nice. I'm just gonna go all around you with this spray. It's like such a fine mist. And then I'm gonna spray my hand. And do some Reiki. Well, this whole video is an energy session, but I'm just going to focus on connecting to specifically channeling via praxi to you to bust through the cocoon. I shared this with a friend today, but imagine the butterfly the last couple of days it's stuck in that cocoon. How uncomfortable and trapped and maybe even doubtful it might feel. And then you punch a hole in the wall and you bust out and you're like, damn, I can freaking fly. That's right, you know? Alright, so I'm just gonna focus to connect. Kind of like pillowy touches, if that makes sense. That's what it seems like. All around you. Channeling. Swirling through your etheric body. I feel like some of you have a spirit guide present and that he or she is on your left side. It's like a light, energy of light. I get this image of like two waves crashing together, unifying. How beautiful. It's all about unity and wholeness, bridging all the strengths that we have, all the abilities. Guided to put my hands on your shoulders or focus on your shoulders. I'm seeing this like green bar connecting. I don't know what it is, but it's like a green going right through. Perhaps it is letting you know that your strength comes from returning to love and staying balanced. Brow feels better. I'm doing it here, but I'm feeling it here. It does feel better. It feels like it's still in the etheric body a little though. It feels like out. So I'm just gonna comb through. Just let it keep going. What we talked about. Just gonna slice a little. I'm gonna like cord cut, but not remove remove any people, don't worry, just kind of work out a little there for the dynamic, whatever that is, just to give it a chance to have a new dynamic. Okay, sorry for the fast, I needed fast. Have this hydrosol spray, some sweet bay laurel to I almost said cauterize. How relaxing. But to seal off, like we've taken the opportunity of some things to be released, some plucking, some things coming out. We've put some wonderful, helpful energy in, and this is just to kind of seal it off, to enforce the energetic membrane. This stuff is like pure magic. And again, we're just gonna go around your body, just smoothing it out, making sure every little part is sealed off in this sweet, comfortable little bubble for you to continue to process the session. If you've never had energy work done and you're curious, you should do some research on how you might feel when you're processing things. Okay. Essentially, you should just kind of be gentle with yourself for a good 3 days or so. Or, just give yourself some time to process it, I guess. You don't have to stay in bed all day, nothing like that. Just remember, oh yeah, I'm working on something. I'm processing something, Okay, so smooth. Very excited to see all of you in spring, or Aries, Taurus, Gemini seasons. If you like this kind of stuff about zodiac things, I do have stuff that I do on Patreon for the zodiac seasons. Just gonna go under your feet a little. Just not to miss any spots. Okay, wonderful. Just gonna do a scan. Everything feels good. Okay. Just make sure it's that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this session this evening and that you can use it as a tool. I hope that it's something you can use it as a tool time and time again. I just want to thank so much those of you who are in the community over on Patreon or Tingles. I don't have much community there, but I appreciate the support just as much, of course. I'm so excited for this opportunity to grow more of a space where we can connect of, how do I say, like a bit like-minded, if that makes sense, unique individuals of our own thoughts and backgrounds, but a level of like-mindedness, seeking, curious, healer, energy type conversations and stuff. Just want to say thank you again, thank you for your patience with me while I was sick. Thank you for the love you sent me. Thank you for letting me be even just a small, tiny little blip on your path. I am truly honored. What an honor. Oh my God. From the bottom of my heart, as always, namaste.